Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here, and today it's just going to be a quick update on where everything's at, where the markets are at, the price levels. No one really wants to look at them markets too long, so it'll just be a quick look. We'll talk then about the Bitcoin Cash fork, give you some updates on accounts that you should be following if you want to keep up to date with everything that's going on later on as it happens, and I might come on again later today. If not, definitely tomorrow to see where everything stands, because this fight isn't going to just happen when the countdown hits 0 today. It's going to be over the few hours after it and the next few days as the battle for hash rate continues. So at the minute, let's go to CoinMarketCap and refresh. We just dropped below the 180 billion mark on CoinMarketCap, so it has been steadily dropping over the last 24 hours, and then with the huge drop late yesterday evening. So in general, it is a red day when you look against the US dollar. But when you actually start to look at these prices against Bitcoin, you can see that there are lots of currencies thrown in there that are up against Bitcoin or that are only marginally down. So when we look at this, when you're looking at the USD, the reason that the USD is way down on so many is because they're valued against Bitcoin, and it was Bitcoin that was sold off. So when you look at it, Ethereum, Ripple, XRP has passed Ethereum in terms of market cap. So again, these two are constantly battling for the last week. I would expect to see Ethereum push back up again over the next day as well. Bitcoin Cash, in terms of Bitcoin, has been up slightly. Let's go back to the USD. But against the USD, it is well down. So for people who are shorting against the US dollar, then it is looking good there. We'll jump straight over to the chart. Then we'll go into Bitcoin Cash. So in the video that I done last night, I did mention the 5,400 level was extremely important to hold that, because if we didn't, there is a very big gap for me personally for the next level, which is way down in the low 4,000s mark. There's other people who will have looked at 4,800, but I think if we break this current level, then we could be looking at 4,100, 4,200, which starts to bring in a lot of the panic stations for people who have been holding on so far. So at the minute we're holding it. Just as I hit record, we did take a dip down below it, but we look to be coming back up towards it. So again, holding this level for the next day or two and pushing up past it is important. I would say important mentally for people as well, that we don't go down any further. And psychologically, I suppose the $5,000 level is going to be important psychologically for people, that if we go below that, even these strong people that have been holding will start to have some doubts. But as we dip down here, you can see we're going into oversold territory again, so we would expect a bounce back up off this. The positions that I put on yesterday as well, just to show you how they're going. So they're still running. They are at a bit of a loss. This big red candle kind of killed me here, but they're still running, not liquidated yet. And as you can see, they are around -19, -38%. But again, they are small, as this is me testing the platform. To me, the risk was low compared to the potential rewards if Bitcoin and Ethereum do go on the run that I think is inevitably going to happen, but it's just the timing of that happening. So I suppose this is another huge thing at the minute, or one of the biggest, the Bitcoin Cash fork. So at the minute, it looks like Bitcoin Satoshi's vision is winning in terms of hash rate, and winning by a long shot. So this is Craig Wright putting a lot of money behind it. He's the one, we'll go through Twitter, he's the one you'll have seen a lot of the headlines now, who's on a warpath to basically destroy Bitcoin ABC as well. So there's different stories out there that they're going to start mining empty blocks on the Bitcoin ABC chart on the chain if this split goes ahead and there's going to be two coins. At this stage, it does look like there will be two coins to start with anyway. How long the two of them are going to survive, we don't really know. It depends if Bitcoin ABC gets more hash power in to give them some backup against Craig Wright. But at the minute, Satoshi's vision has a way more hash power, which means that they will be able to process the transactions and create the longer chain. They do say they will put some of that to mine empty blocks on ABC. What that means is basically that the empty blocks will be mined and the blocks that are actually carrying transactions on Bitcoin ABC chain would not be mined. It would completely slow down the chain, and eventually it probably would destroy that chain there. But again, nobody really knows until we proceed over the next few days, because putting the hash rate, whichever one these guys are putting it into, it is costing a lot of money. So how prolonged it can be, putting the resources at certain sites, again, that still remains to be seen. So that's where that is at. This is cash.coin.dance if you want to get the countdown timer and to keep an eye on all the facts and figures. There's a lot more there. I'm not going to take you through it. There's other people who are really big into mining who can take you through all this kind of stuff. Nuggets News is one guy I have been following the last day or two. Some really good quality stuff there as well. So if we look at where should you be following for this Bitcoin Cash split. So there was an article on CoinDesk and they had listed some good people on Twitter. Twitter really seems to be one of the best places to keep up to date. Roger Ver, who has been very, very quiet yesterday, hasn't responded, as far as I've seen, to any of Craig Wright's tweets. Jihan Wu as well, the co-founder of Bitmain. There's been a big shuffle in their board of directors at the minute. I don't think there's been confirmation on whether he's been put off the board of directors or not, but there's conflicts internally there as well. Them guys are in some serious, serious trouble if Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin ABC, whatever you want to call it, fails, because they have a huge holding in that. Bitcoin SV then, Craig Wright is the main guy pushing this. One thing that's interesting that I've seen as well on, so nChain is Craig Wright's company. When you see here, they were talking about the CoinGeek conference that's coming up here, and Roger Ver was meant to be one of the headline speakers. But when you actually go to the CoinGeek page now, you can see Roger Ver has been replaced with Elizabeth White. Whether he pulled out, whether he was kicked out, I don't know. When I seen this here, I was thinking, yes, this could be very interesting, because this is only 2 weeks away. It'd be very interesting to have the two of these guys together, but it's not going to happen. So we'll just have to wait for the conflict on Twitter. Let's see what Craig Wright is saying in his latest one. We're approaching the time when we start to defend Bitcoin from the dishonest developers and scammers ABC. We will demonstrate how hash works as per the white paper, and then let the fun start via legal action to mop up after we have won. Basically what he is getting at there, well, in my opinion, what he is he has said that if Bitmain start pushing the hash power from that is currently mining Bitcoin towards mining Bitcoin ABC, then he will set off all sorts of legal actions against them because of the size of the company, the IPO, everything like that. They cannot afford to get caught up in litigation, because in the terms, again, not legally minded, not financial advisor, anything like that, so everyone do your own research, but if they start to turn over that power to Bitcoin Cash ABC, even if it's temporary, then that seems to be illegal. Again, clarification is needed on that. So I don't see them doing that, because with the IPO that they are currently involved in, they cannot afford any of that litigation stuff, because that is just going to send investors way off. That's if the shit storm that is going on already with this Bitcoin Cash fork has not already scared off a lot of potential investors. So Craig Wright is one to be following. nChain was just his company, doesn't really matter. Jihan Wu, actually I unfollowed, follow him back. He's been quiet enough, not really saying much. And then Roger Ver as well. There's a few other guys in that article. Personally not following them yet. Some of them I may start to follow. Some observers, I presume these are guys that are just going to be tweeting out. And in general, if you're on Twitter, crypto Twitter, you're going to see a lot of stuff going on. Anything else in that? So there's a small bit of talk there. Proportional geographical spread of servers. So Cashnode shows the servers that are running. CoinDance again, they're talking about this one here, which I mentioned. And if we just look at just before we finish, let's go with Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash against, we go against the dollar. So over the last few hours, it has been going down and down. Again on Poloniex, and where else was it? There are some places already trading trading the futures value of Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision and Bitcoin ABC. So if you're into that, you can go and you can trade them. Poloniex, there was one or two others as well. Don't know if Bitfinex, I'll have to look that up after. But again, there are places out there where you can already trade on these guys. Binance have changed slightly. So they put out an announcement yesterday to say that they're going to take their snapshot, but now they have two scenarios. Previously, they were looking at potentially only having the one coin. So was a lot of other exchanges, but with everything that's going on, Satoshi's Vision has a lot more of a chance now. So they say scenario 2 looks to be the most common, I will personally say, where you will have two coins. How long they both survive, we don't know. But it looks like you will have two coins and Binance will issue them out to your account on a one-to-one basis. They have not given any time frames on this, so if I see that, I will put a tweet out later. I'm sure you'll see it everywhere as well anyway, once there is times announced when these things are going live. So follow Binance, follow CZ on Twitter as well for some of the latest announcements. That's basically it. One last thing, Greg Wright has said if you are holding your own Bitcoin Cash, they do have this website here, bitcoincashfork.org, where you can go on here, you can create your wallet and you can claim your Bitcoin SV. If you do this, make sure that before you move your Bitcoin Cash off to a new wallet where you control, or before you give these guys the private keys, I haven't gone through this, make sure you move your Bitcoin Cash out of the wallet that the coins were in during the fork. And it's then the wallet that held the coins during the fork. It's the private key from that wallet that you generally use to claim your Bitcoin Cash SV. Again, Bitcoin ABC, I'm not sure where that's going yet. If you have to claim them, if the current BCC is going to be Bitcoin Cash ABC, again, there's lots of open questions, but we will answer them as the few days go over. Just be cautious with any of your funds. Keep them safe. If you're in doubt, then do not take the chance on any of it in these crazy times. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you got some value, give it a like, give it a share as well. Comment down below, let me know what you think. The final thing is, I will have a new website going live in the next few days. Deep Dive Crypto. You will see my channel getting rebranded to this as well, because I'm going full on into crypto. It's not just trading I do anymore here. It is more digging into crypto. I want to be able to dig into projects, dig into some of the little known stuff out there. I will put together a beginner's course as well and see where this all goes. The course I won't be charging for either, so it's not that I'm going to be shilling the course trying to make a quick buck on. It is just to get education out there. It will be a very beginner's introduction into this, because I do see the masses coming to crypto in hopefully the not too distant future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you soon.